So I wanted to add something here just to illustrate exactly what Austin's explaining here and what Gary is explaining in the Boron Letters, and the idea of writer's block, or that you sit down and you don't know what to write. And I've experienced it being a copywriter and being a writer, and having done this for 5-6 years now. I have had my share of what you'd probably call writer's block. And this is something that a lot of people who want to be writers, or are aspiring writers, or are trying to become a copywriter, or are already doing it, everyone struggles with this so-called thing called writer's block. And what I've found, and what Austin's explaining here from the Boron Letters, is that you don't really, it's sort of self-created. And what I mean by that is that, like, the mistake that people make, I think, and what Gary and Austin would agree from the Boron Letters as well, is that the mistake people make with copywriting, with writer's block, is that when they don't feel inspired, they're like, they just sit there trying to think of something interesting and fun to write. And what I've found, and what Austin explains here about Gary, is that if you just start writing, you write anything, you'll build momentum. And so an example of this is when I'm writing with clients, or I'm writing copy for my own businesses, I rarely get writer's block anymore, because what happens is, let's say I sit down, I'm not really sure what to write. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'll just start brain farting anything that comes into my head. Instead of trying to write the best copy straight away, I'm just writing anything. Now, I might do it the way Gary does it, like, all right, look, I'm sitting here in my office at home, and I'm trying to write an email about diamonds today because I want to convince you to buy this product that's diamonds or something. And what happens when you do that is your brain sort of goes into this mode where then it has a weird way of generating more ideas. And so when I'm writing copy, I'll brain fart stuff out like that. That's not very good. And then when I come back to edit it, that's when the real stuff comes out. That's when the brain's like, it's already primed. It's like the brain has to brain fart out a bunch of bad stuff first. And if you don't get that out of the way, you can't get to the good stuff. So that's my tip. That's the tip from the Boron Letters that Austin's going over here, is that to write more and to write better and to start having writer's block or any of that, just write anything that pops into your head just to get going. You can delete it later. So try it. See what happens.